I look good.
No, it's squatting, not twerking. Not, yeah, can't unsee that. Hey there, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a few mistakes that you might be making when you're squatting and also talk about how to fix them. Mistake number one, trying to stay upright, trying to keep a vertical back angle when you squat. We don't want to confuse a straight back with a vertical back.
I gotta keep my back vertical, otherwise my spine will explode. It didn't explode.
We want a straight, rigid back. However, we're not very interested in having a vertical back. Now, of course, it will be vertical at the beginning and at the end of the rep when you're standing up. But while you're executing the squat, it's going to take on a host of angles, a range of angles as you get leaned over. So when you start your squat, reach back with your hips, point your chest at the floor, get leaned over. Don't try to maintain a vertical back angle. In fact, try to maintain a more horizontal back angle. It's going to put you in a good position at the bottom of your squat to drive your hips up out of the hole. Trying to stay upright is going to make your squat harder than it needs to be. Number two, not shoving your knees out. That is to say, not getting your knees sideways when you squat. Now, of course, your knees are going to go forward because that's what knees do when they bend, but we're also going to shove them sideways. We don't want our knees to go straight ahead. So when you squat, take a stance that's about 30 degrees. In other words, point your toes out roughly 30 degrees, and then you're going to shove your knees in, you're going to point your knees in that direction. So your femurs are going to be parallel to your feet. When you shove your knees out, you permit your adductors, your groin muscles, to contribute to the squat, to help you lift that weight back up. So you get to use more muscle mass, so you get to move more weight, so you get to get stronger. Getting your knees out, getting them sideways, also has the added benefit of making it easier to achieve depth in the squat. Lastly, arching your back. In other words, overarching your back. Remember, we want a straight back. We don't want it rounded, of course, but we also don't want it arched. Don't overextend your back. Remember, this is called squatting, not twerking. An overarched back is not a comfortable or a strong position in which to hold a whole bunch of weight on your back. So, tighten your abs. If you notice that you tend to overarch your back, this especially tends to happen for some people at the beginning of the rep. But if you notice that you tend to do that, remind yourself to keep your abs clamped down real hard, very tightly contracted. You may actually have to over-cue yourself, be careful with this one, to round your back. Now, of course, that's an overcue. We don't want you to round your back, but if you tend to overarch your back, if you tend to overextend it, that overcue might prove useful in your efforts to simply have a straight back. We hope these tips were useful, and if they were, please let us know. Hit the subscribe button or leave us a comment below or give us a thumbs up. We will see you next time, and as always, we hope this helps you get stronger and live better.